Sticker actor, as everyone doing today, and in today's video, we're going to be looking at dark confession while someone's drunk. Now, I personally had experience being drunk. Normally, I wouldn't say my skeletons in the closet, but this video shows Reddit's darkest confession while somebody's drunk. And I'll put the credit to Radio Reddit. They made this video, and so I'm gonna look at some drunk confessions Reddit users have put in their Reddit account. So without any further ado, let's get weirdly creeped out.
I had a girl, who I had only met maybe a couple times before, confessed to me that she purposely stopped taking the pill so she would get pregnant and trap her boyfriend into a relationship with her, since she stumbled upon some texts with a friend of his that he was planning on leaving. The kid at that point was already a year or two old, and they were engaged with the wedding coming up shortly. I didn't know either of them to really say anything. So I told my mutual friend about it that night before I left. The dude ended up thinking my friend was coming on to him somehow, even though she was there with her significant other. So she promptly left the party and the couple got married and divorced eventually.
Good on bro. Good on bro. Good. It's never a good idea. It's never a good idea to not take a pill to not get pregnant, and then you get pregnant just to trap your significant other. That's just not a good idea, bro. Like, bro, there are more people out there, whether it's men or women, that are willing to be with your crazy ass. Don't trap people in a relationship they don't want to be in. That's just stupid.
Beautiful girlfriend who I was in love with get really drunk and tell me that she wished I were more handsome. That I was ugly, but that if I were more handsome, I'd be perfect. For what it's worth, I am not a bad-looking guy, although I've never considered myself attractive. I prefer never to offend anyone, although I am generally known to be quick with a comeback when I feel offended. But that hurt my feelings so badly that I couldn't think of anything to say and just wanted to cry. The real question is, why was my self-esteem so low that I would put up with that? I was generally bruised and battered by life and didn't think I deserved better. Anyway, it was weighing on my mind, so a couple of weeks later I brought up what she'd said. She said she didn't really mean it, but I knew she did. In vino, veritas and all that. So I said what I wished I'd said at the time. I told her I could understand where she was coming from, and I would also like to be more handsome, but she needed to keep one thing in mind. If I were any more handsome than I am, I would never, ever have settled for you. She looked like she had been slapped. She lived in Cuba and I lived in Costa Rica, and we spent about 6 months a year together, a month on, a month off, etc. A year or so later, I called her from Costa Rica as per usual on Mondays when I wasn't in Havana with her, and she told me to call her again on Friday, that she had a big surprise for me. Though she was going to tell me that she had managed to arrange for a passport and was going to finally be moving to Costa Rica to be with me. When I called on Friday, her mother answered the phone. She was very fond of me. I had kept GF's grandmother alive for almost 3 years, sending medicines monthly that she couldn't get in Cuba, and every time I went there my suitcases looked like a disaster relief shipment. Her mother could hardly speak. She passed the phone to her husband. He took a deep breath and told me that the day before, she'd taken the money from the sale of a house I'd bought in Havana for us and ran off with her boyfriend to South America. So that was the surprise. Just gratuitous cruelty. That was very tough for me. But years later, I'm actually glad not to have that toxic parasite in my life anymore. Last I heard of her, she is not so young anymore. 42 and pretending she's 30. Fat and ridiculous in the sequined mini dresses that used to look ravishing on her. Losing her looks, and trying to make it as a truly shitty singer in low-rent hotel lounges in ratty areas of Miami. Okay, not much of a story, but I was glad to get it off of my chest. People, don't put up with people who say hurtful things. It brings out the worst in you, and more important, people who say hurtful things will also do really shitty things.
Damn. It's like being in a relationship with like one of those influencers, like, you're fucking fat. Do you have a six-pack? You need to get six-pack. Get on the fucking ground and do some fucking push-ups. But anyways, there's a significant other where you guys are supposed to be like truly and honest with each other, okay? I mean, not hurtful honest, You could probably say, hey baby, you're probably getting a couple pounds. What if you and I start working together? I also need to lose a couple pounds. Let's both work out together. Or I don't know, maybe he had a fucked up tooth, and just bring it up in a nicer way. I mean, the way that she said it, I mean, I don't know the relationship, but the way she said it She was drunk. So she probably couldn't have meant it. But this dude was sober when he said, if I was more handsome, I would have never, ever, ever gone with you. They were both sober at the time. She wasn't. She was drunk. She could have said whatever she said. And you know what? There is a saying, drunk people always tell the truth, and so do kids. So she probably was thinking that, but she could have said it in a nicer way, but she couldn't because she was drunk.
When he was 11, my dad was abducted and raped by 3 men. He was so terrified that he never told his parents. After my grandpa passed away, my dad finally told my grandma what happened. She told him that they already knew. One of my dad's siblings knew and had told grandpa. She just said that he had taken care of it. A few years later, a developer bought my grandparents' farm and turned it into a development. During excavation they found 3 male skeletons buried in a single grave. I guess grandpa really did take care of it. Rangers really do lead the way.
Oh my word. Oh. Damn. Oh my word, bro. No, that grandpa's a fucking G, bro. That grandpa's a motherfucking G, bro. That meant the G. I mean, you know, I was gonna say, why didn't dad say anything to the son? But then there'll be like some sort of toxic behavior. I mean, there was no communication, but there was a lot done. That's all I gotta say. No communication, but there was a huge amount of stuff done. And props up for the grandpa.
My mom was in another state for business. A company flew her crew out to Texas to discuss a change in software and offered their company. And so it was just my dad taking care of me. I was about 10 and he came to tuck me in one night, but he is incredibly hammered.
Okay.
He opened the door to my bedroom, told me I was a mistake that saved them from getting divorced and good night. Worst part is he didn't close the door completely when he left.
That's the worst. Oh, that's the worst part. That's funny. Damn, bro. Okay, that's fucked up. That is fucked up again. That's fucked up. The dad's not happy. That's fucked up. That is really fucked up. I mean, like, imagine how you must have felt. Like, your dad comes to you and says, "Hey, sonny boy. Hey, sonny boy, how you doing? How you doing? Don't look down. Look up. You were a mistake. You were a mistake. I wanted to divorce your mom, but we had you. You were a mistake. You're a mistake." Now, before we get into the next confession, please do me a favor and subscribe for more of these videos and gaming videos and reaction videos and other videos. So please like and subscribe and comment down below a video that I should do next.
I overheard a murder confession. I was at a resort in New England with my family. I went onto the balcony to smoke. I could hear people talking somewhere above and to my right. They were very drunk. The man said he was going crazy with guilt. He shot someone over a drug deal and he drives by the memorial all the time. I couldn't tell which unit the people were in. The man had no discernible accent. He never mentioned a city name or anything. No details at all. I really wish I could have helped solve a murder.
Damn. That's a very fucked up thing. Like, imagine, bro, you just out of the blue wanted to go have a little smoke break and you just hear, "I killed somebody," and stuff. Killed somebody. Like, I can never end up in a situation like this, and I don't even want to end up in a situation like this because I am fucking self-aware and I'm an overthinker. Honestly, I'm an overthinker. So I would just be thinking about that stupid fucking moment, like this moment, over and over and over and over. And I'm just gonna have so much guilt inside of me. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna blab it out, and someone's gonna hear me, but I'm gonna be mysterious. No one's gonna know where I am.
I had a male friend tell me he had SA'd me once when I was passed out drunk. I'm a straight male and had been friends with this guy for 15 years and had been drunk with him a lot. Since then I have found out a lot of messed up stuff about him. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Growing up gay in a small town, I was the only gay person I knew for most of my life up until adulthood. I get sick with guilt when I read stories like yours because of how inappropriate and pushy I was with a straight friend when I was a teenager, but I never would have assaulted him like that or touched him period without his consent. It's just that he was kind of all I had. It's hard to accept no gracefully when you're young and lonely. Maybe I'm just rationalizing what a dick I was. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm making what happened to you about me somehow. I hope you're okay. Life is just so goddamn fucked up sometimes. Thank you, I'm doing great and I've dealt with it. I have no bad feelings toward anyone and I've learned to understand people and why they do what they do. I have never let this affect my love and support for the LGBT community.
That is so fucked up, bro. Like, honestly, that's mad fucked up. You and your friend, who you've been blacked out drunk for however long, you trust him so heartily. Like, you got blacked out drunk in front of him, bro. And you do this not one time, but over and over again, because you have the trust to do that in front of him, bro. And then he comes out and says, bro, I saved you. Like, that's just genuinely so fucked up. Honestly, I would have fucked up the dude, honestly, bro, because I put my trust in you 100%. And then you do this to me when I put so much trust and love for you. Because I don't just trust you, bro. I love you. And I had so much trust that I would put myself in a vulnerable state on purpose, so you can take care of me. And you probably do the same thing with me, and I would take care of you. We both got each other's back, and you do this to me. I would have beat the fuck out of you right there, bro. I would have. I don't want to say, but that's just so fucked up. Damn. You know what? I think that's enough stories for today. If you want a part 2, let me know in the comment section below. You know what? What's your confession? Leave them down in the comment below. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.